is Dr. Gigi Sabat, and you're listening to the Walk With Me podcast. My guest today is Drocella. Welcome to the Walk With Me podcast. How are you
Thank
doing
you.
today?
I'm excellent. And you?
Fantastic. It's such an honor to have you here today. Now, can you start off by telling us more about you and where are you from?
My name is Drocella Mugorewera. I am also known as the Diversity Trust Builder. I'm tuning from Knoxville, Tennessee, where I have been living for the last 15 years. Thank you for having me.
Such an honor. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about Diversity in Action, the global movement?
So, as a refugee transplant from Africa to America, I have learned the trials and tribulations of fitting in and being different. And I realized that that experience is a great asset for organizations. Even though I was a member of parliament and I was a consultant in my country in Africa, when I came to America, my credentials and my experience didn't transfer. It took me 7 years to feel accepted and integrated, to transfer also my skills. Because when I started to work as a former parliamentarian, my first job in America was $6.55 an hour. Even if it didn't match my experience and my expertise, it didn't just stop me. I moved from $6.55 an hour, $8 an hour, $12 an hour. And then in 2015, the agency that welcomed me as a refugee here in Knoxville, Tennessee, wanted an executive director. And I said, I can do this. I have managerial skills. I have a story to tell as a refugee. I understand the struggles of refugees abroad and here. And then I applied for that position. And I served as an executive director for 6.5 years. And I think that many employees also feel like they are left behind, like I was left behind. And I want to help companies eliminate employee turnover, leverage every skill, talent, perspective, and experience so they can thrive. Because employees need employers and employers need employees. So they have to work on a win-win situation where everybody thrives and where employers can increase revenues by turning their employees into loyal ambassadors of their company. This is why the Diversity in Action system I created has 5 pillars and then 5 sub-pillars. The first one is to declare your commitment to diversity, why diversity matters. And then when you have that commitment, which is well written and publicized on your website, it can attract people. Because now employers say, oh, we have to attract people, we don't find them, but you have to be attractive first. And then the second pillar is to decide on your goals and metrics. If you say, hey, what is, for example, trust? How do we measure trust among our employees? And then the third one is to dedicate enough resources, develop a training plan for your staff, and then deliver results is the fifth one. And then the sub-pillars I have is welcome. You have to create a more welcoming space where everybody feel welcome. You have to make storytelling as a part of the culture of your organization. You build unity, and then you create wealth based on your staff are the great assets. And then when you create wealth, you spread the wealth among your staff, your clients, and your community. So I am helping companies to eliminate employee turnover.
Excellent. Tell us a little bit more about your upcoming summit.
So on September 18th, next week, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we will have Employee Retention Revolution Summit. I aligned other 15 speakers. We will speak about 15 reasons why employees don't stay and how you can fix it. We will talk about burnout, bullying, leadership, having a sense of belonging, how trauma affects performance. I have another speaker who will talk about behavioral insights so they can impact on the employee retention. And, and how you stay motivated during this time of distress and anxiety caused by employee turnover. I want to share the tips and techniques that can help employers to stay calm and adopt new solutions. We also have another speaker who will talk about how do you turn problems into possibilities, because sometimes you get stuck, but when you have problems, you have doors open to possibilities. We talk about how people have to create a sense of belonging and connection and community. So these speakers are diverse and they have a lot of experience, and we want to show how to do business in different way.
I love it. Tell us a little bit more about your book, Leaders with a Heart. What does that truly mean, Drocella?
So Leaders with a Heart, with other, it's a collaboration book. And when I was interviewed by Payman, he's a former refugee from Afghanistan. So he has a podcast. And then when we talk, he said, oh, yes, we are talking, and we did connect. He speaks French as I speak French also. He was a refugee himself. And then he said, oh, I have to interview you. And then he interviewed many people. He has many episodes. And when he started to write the book, he said, I think your story should be in this book. So I am sharing the story of me being a refugee, how I did forgive people so I can move forward, and how I embrace the new culture, new country that welcomed me, and engage people to be welcomers of refugees and immigrants.
I love it. Forgiveness truly matters. In fact, the Bible says, Father, please forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. Very
Yes.
powerful. Drocella,
Yes.
what is your best advice to the audience for walking with purpose and living a life of happiness?
I would say love others and do to others what you would like to see them doing. And this is my simple definition of diversity. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And also send love. Send love to those people who did wrong to you, and forgive them.
That's right. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Very powerful statement. Thank you so much for being a guest on the Walk With Me podcast, Drocella. Do you have any last words for the audience?
So I want to tell the audience that if you want to sign up for this summit, it will be online. It's virtual, it's free, and you can go to bit.ly/employee retention revolution. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can go to Drocella360.com, DROCELLA.com. I like to connect. My building relationship is my second superpower. I want to connect with you, and I thank you for listening and for sharing the message. I believe in you, and I just want to thrive together and to build those companies where everyone thrive. I know many entrepreneurs are saying, oh, I left the company because I didn't like the culture. Not everybody would become an entrepreneur. We want your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren you will even never see enjoy the environment they work in and promote peace and stability and love among themselves. Thank you.
I love it. Thriving together and peace truly matters. Very powerful. Drocella, thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check out Drocella on all of her social media platforms and also her website. And Drocella, thank you again. God bless you and be safe.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for what you do. Thank